Hi. So, I want to talk about keto and weight loss. So, probably the first reason you're going to be interested in this diet, because it's mainly women that come on these kind of channels, is that you're going to be looking at weight loss. And this is for the guys too. So, your most important thing will be weight loss. So, what's the difference between this diet? This is not a diet, but I'm just going to use that term. Uh, because that's probably the broadest way to describe it. So, what's the best reason to use this one as opposed to other ones? And believe me, I've used lots of other ones. I've been in and out over the years. So, keto is low carb, and that will reduce inflammation in your body. So, the biggest difference you will notice is your health. And it's actually something we should consider first, but it's probably not the thing we consider until last. So for me, health actually was the driver, but it was kind of the weight loss because I had this awful pain under here. I was about 50 pounds heavier than I am now. And there was this pressing. I had a huge belly. There was a huge shoving, pressing feeling up under my left rib. I did think it was a hernia. I've said it in previous videos. And then I thought, oh, sure, if I go to the hospital, like I felt a bit like a blob. I didn't really want to be half naked on an operating table somewhere and somebody's shoving a mesh in there. And then the next thing, that bit of fat or whatever comes flying out somewhere else. So then I'm back in the hospital and there's this kind of endless cycle. So there was this in the back of my mind, this kind of health thing, but that wasn't my primary goal was kind of to lose weight, but also just to fucking clean. Like, why was this happening all the time? I was going on diets, then I would go back, get a bit heavier again. Why was it constant? Why was I constantly hungry then when I was on diets? And keto is a game changer because you are never hungry. You're never hungry. I do ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. Well, it's more or less the keto diet. I mean, I take breaks. At the weekends, I would have like some brown bread, some maybe a bowl of bran flakes. I take more breaks than someone. I don't really believe in these absolute diets. The absolute you can never do anything else. I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff. I don't think that's real. So I think that the difference is that you start off maybe by losing weight. You're going to heal all your insides. Like my insides are healed. They're working perfectly. I can see that by my blood test, which I read myself. So the scientific literacy part, and there's this curiosity to know all of this stuff as well. So I'm educating myself to know how to read my own blood test because my doctor is wonderful, but she's going to just tell me you've got high cholesterol. Do you want a statin? That's not enough. I want to know what my blood glucose reading means. What does that mean for me? So that I'm controlling, that I'm not going to be constantly hungry, hangry, all that. I never have that anymore. And I feel amazing on the inside. My brain feels amazing. I never feel anxious. I feel incredible in every way. I never worry about my weight anymore, even if I'm a few pounds overweight. I never think about it because I feel healthy, and that's the difference. The feeling of the healthiness, and I really wish people could get to that. You can cure your type 2 diabetes, you can cure your autoimmune disease, or you can limit its effects. There might be some damage, I'm not sure, but there's so many things. And also for me, there's a big, I want to prevent illness as I'm getting older. And I really think it's so important to see the diet as something long term and not something that's really kind of short term and that you're going to lose weight now, which I have done. In fact, I would say the last 10 or 15 pounds was easier to lose on the other diets I was on. And the last 10 or 15 pounds is harder to lose on keto because eventually you come to a point where you're going to have to cut out, some of the high fat, high protein foods because protein spikes your insulin, so it goes into fat storage. But you can do that with it. You just have to change up. I had to give up nuts. I mean, I absolutely love nuts, but I found that I couldn't lose the last 10 or 15 pounds, which I have now. I have 6 pounds now over my ideal weight, which is 154. I am now at 160.8. And I feel fantastic. I actually do feel better having got the other few pounds off, but it was a struggle because I was loving my nuts. I didn't think I was eating that often, but I was loving, some of the really, really high fat kind of foods. and you just have to cut them down a little bit. I just cut them out because if I have one, I have the whole bag. Anyway, I'll talk to you again soon. I'll have another video. I was promised one on polyphenols, but think about it differently. Think about, what do I want to be healthy, or do I want to, you can be on a diet and actually be quite unhealthy. If you're eating a lot of carbs and they're low fat, you could be quite unhealthy. So think about that, okay?